This my seafood.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, children, students. Hey, how are you? Thanks for braving the cold. I mean, it's a little cold in the water, it's a little cold outside, but we're delighted to do both. My name is Olivia West, and I have the pleasure of being your MC this evening. If you ever go to any Indiana Fever Pacers games, you might recognize me because I'm also MC for the Indiana Fever Pacers. Do we have any basketball fans in here? Yeah, all right, let's go. What about volleyball? Do you all know that Indianapolis actually has a professional volleyball team? Okay. Their name is Indy Ignite, and our second season actually starts next weekend, so January 24th. It's really exciting. You know, sport is such an integral part of our city, and if I'm being honest, scuba diving is and water safety, all those things, have never really been a focal point in my life. But if I'm being honest, being around water, feeling safe in it, being able to be recreational in it has really benefited my life greatly. What about any of you? Yes, and that's what brings us here tonight. Like I said, I'm Olivia, and I am honored to be your MC this evening. I want to introduce you to who C-Scope is, and a little bit later we're going to have some students come up and tell you in their own words what C-Scope is and what it's meant to them. But by definition, C-Scope Incorporated is a youth-serving nonprofit whose mission is to increase diversity in science, aquatics, and marine conservation, to create a new breed of ocean explorers, scientists, and activists. Its programs expose youth to unique opportunities to advocate for the environment, create a sense of purpose and encouraging better life choices for themselves and our planet. Over the last 4 years, 499 youth have been impacted. Seascope Inc. has created 35 new certified divers, 5 lifeguards, and 3 rescue scuba divers. 36 new divers, 5 lifeguards who not only are drowning rates being reduced, but Black and brown kids are also becoming scuba divers. Another round of applause for them. It was actually about a year ago, I did the Try Scuba experience. So I will tell you this, that a friend of mine was actually partnering with Rebecca to shoot an underwater documentary. And so he was like, I'm gonna get scuba certified. And so we both tried scuba. I was the only one that was good at it. He decided it was not his thing, his ministry was something else, that's fine, but it's a new year, so we're gonna try again. We're gonna try scuba again. But Dr. Allison actually sent me a photo of him and I in the pool, and I'm smiling in the pool, and he's sitting over there like, which is exactly how he still feels about it. But again, it's not for everyone, but water safety indeed is. And so just got a fun small memento about that. Tonight, right before dinner, don't worry, we're almost there. I know it's dinner time. I would like to introduce you to the founder of Seascope Incorporated, Dr. Allison Brown.
Thank you, Ms. West. Yes, when she tried scuba, she was all for it. She told me that day, yes, I'm gonna scuba dive. And Mel, on the other hand, yeah, he was over it. I'm Dr. Allison Brown. I'm founder of Seascope Inc. Seascope was incorporated in 2021. We started programs in February of 2022. I have a science background, but it's not ocean science. So my love for the ocean started actually during COVID. I started scuba diving as a way to release anxiety and stress, and realized that growing up in Indiana, Pike High School and IU, I really scream IU right now, right? I realized that there wasn't a lot of exposure to the ocean, and I wanted to get more kids that looked like me involved in ocean science and ocean conservation work. This vision actually was given me by God. I was sitting on the beach, I was in Barbados, during COVID. And I just looked out at the ocean, and just the idea of combining my love for science and ocean kind of came into this vision to form Seascope. A lot of people don't realize that the scope is an acronym. S is for science, and I want to focus on the sciences that are around ocean. So that's chemistry, optics, and other physics, physiology, and environmental science. And then also the word cope, right? Helping kids cope with their anxieties and their traumas and their complex backgrounds by the way of the water. And water has been very healing for me. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up here today. It is very cold and the temperature is dropping as we're in this building. And I know my family from Florida. So my dive family from Florida, they come every year, and I really appreciate you guys traveling. If anybody else travel farther to Florida, they were all on a flight together. Anybody else? No. And they literally said, "Are you sure it's winter? I don't think we should do this in January anymore." But there'll be. So thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I do want to go ahead and release you guys to get some food and some drinks, because I myself as well need to the person get something to drink, and then we'll get back to the show. Feel free to continue watching our slideshow presentation that's going on right now, thanking our funders and sponsors, and also highlighting some of the activities that the kids did in 2025. Yes, all of that in 2025. Thank you.
Oh, better than lettuce. You good? Hi, how are you?
How we doing?
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Robert.
Nice to meet you, Robert. Okay, you're with Old National Cruise. Okay. Good. That's working. Oh yeah, I'm so proud of you. You know, this is the thing, like, and I tell them this, I have always been on the commercial side of business, right? The revenue generating side of business. I love the community side, but I'm also very aggressive. That does not happen once you get close to business. And so I was talking to basically it's different. It's a different type of piece, you know?
Long, it's a long term.
Yeah. Yeah, he will help. A lot of people can't speak your breaking business. You know, it's so hard to I now I can say hello. I'm so sorry. Oh, you're
Why you quit? That far.
All right, everyone, as we are continuing to get and retrieve and enjoy our dinner, we want to welcome some of these students up here to share with you their story. We can read all day. This is what CScope does. These are the 3 programs, these are the 5 programs, but nothing really hits you better than hearing stories from students themselves. So I want to welcome up Lily. Can everyone say, hey, Lily? Hey. Lily, we cannot wait to hear about the Eco Warriors and Service to the Seas. So Lily, please tell us, share with us about your experience about Eco Warriors and Service to the Seas.
Hi, my name is Lily, like you said. I'm 15 and I joined Eureka when I was 11 with Scott and Cisco originally. It was really impactful for me, just for being older, to make new friends from all over Indianapolis. It really helped me with a lot of goals that I didn't know I could do even. It helped me meet my mentor, Dr. Brown, and also helped me get my student certification, which is amazing since, most young people don't even get into the lunch control. No offense. It helped me with a lot of my future career by meeting marine biologists and oceanographers from all over the world, exploring new technology and discovering new sea creatures I didn't even know existed. I would recommend Seascope and opportunities it has for other people. It helped me in internships to help me in college and figure out what I could do now and help other people. So yeah, that's how I met Dr. Brown and how Seascope's helped me. Thank you.
So what's really unique about Lily is, yes, she came to me by way of Girls Inc., but I didn't meet her with the cohort of students that we were training. She reached out to me because she wants to be a marine biologist. And they told her that we were running programs that could expose her to that ocean and marine environment. Lily wanted to do a project for the STEM Eureka's, capstone. So she wanted specifically a project on bioluminescence. And I'm not a marine biologist, I'm actually an optometrist. I do know a little bit about bioluminescence, but I connected her with one of our consultants. And she was able to put together a project, and when I first met her, I was just amazed, and I said, Lily, I need you actually in the Girls Inc. STEM Eureka summer camp program so that we can start your journey and underwater exploration. So she came to our Eco Warriors program, which exposes kids to more ocean literacy education. And we had her in the pool learning water safety basics, swimming and snorkeling. And then from that point, I talked to her mother and I said, hey, she's ready. If you don't want to wait until the next cohort to get her certified as an open water diver, you're welcome to do it. And here's the contact information. So Lily called me. I feel like it was like in 2 weeks. I'm certified. I'm like, it's no way you got certified that quickly. And she did. She got certified really quickly. So thank you, Rachel. And we're looking forward to have Lily at our summer empowerment camp this summer. Come December. All right, next.
Next is, well, let's give it up more time for Lily. Marine biologist, and then her actually getting in the water and making steps towards that. I think there's probably something for all of us this year that maybe a thought, a dream that we have. Let's do something. Let's actually action toward that. I think a good action step for me is to get back in the water to get certified. Because like Lily said, no offense, sometimes it takes us a while to get certified. So one more time for Lily, thank you. Up next, Sanaya and Anna, Eco Warriors Youth Council. So come on up, Sanaya and Anna, give a round of applause. All right, you're gonna tell us about Eco Warriors Youth Council, is that correct? All right, awesome. Here you go, the mic's yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna. You might recognize me. I was the one giving your votes. I have absolutely loved being at Eco Warriors. I've been at Cisco for about 2 years, and I'm so lucky to be a part of it because it's giving me so many different opportunities. I love. We've been able to meet with Black Legislative Caucus. We've been able to hold a panel, actually right here on the stage behind me, for Martindale Brightwood, and it was mainly focused on the data center that they're trying to put here. We did a couple of trash cleanups. We did some down in Florida in the ocean, and we also did one right on the Fall Creek Park. That's back behind us. I'm not really good with geography, but we were able to do that with Frank's Paddle Sports Library and Friends of the White River. Same with the White River, we got it in kayaks. We got a whole giant industrial sized dumpster full of stuff. It was really fun, and thank you everyone for supporting Cisco.
Hi, my name is Sanaya, and I'm from Cisco, and I'm also from Eco Warriors Youth Council, where we come together and share ideas on how to make our community better. With Ms. Tatiana from Earth Charter Indy and Ms. Desi from Indy Conservational Voters, which got 5 people from the Indiana Legislative Caucus to talk about their positives and negatives about working in their field. I've also done the climate change convention where they talked about like what is going on in their area and how they can fix it. I've also done the slingshot challenge where they did climate change by coral, and I went to the Virgin Islands to do the coral restoring project. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Sanaya and Anna. Wait.
I always have cute little stories about my scuba babies. So the unique thing about Anna is her mother actually discovered what we did while I was on the table we did with Starfish Initiative. And I was recruiting young people for summer jobs like water safety instructor, lifeguard training, and things like that. And Mom was like, my daughter would love your program. Anna had to wait until I got another female cohort to actually train her. Because at that time, we were training the male cohort, and I don't miss the boys and girls sometimes because of the distractions, right? So she waited, what, a year and a half? She waited a while, but she's still engaged in some of our other programs with Friends of White River, where she did their water connection camp in the summer. She did water wellness paddling. They actually both enjoyed the paddling this year. Yeah, you guys both paddle. And so there's other programs other than just the scuba diving that the kids can engage in and connect to the environment. And what I'll say about Sanaya, so Sanaya's Slingshot Challenge project with our partnership with Earth Charter Indiana was a project she came up with on her own. call to action to try to restore our oceans, which our keynote speaker will talk more about. But the coral restoration project she engaged in was in St. Croix, and it was the first time that I had actually taken a student to St. Croix. But also we had one of our volunteers, who was the dive buddy of Miss Rebecca Robinson here, also mentioned for her documentary that she's shooting. So I love connecting people to the ocean. I love how the connections continue to extend. And because Becky certified at the same time that Sanaya was doing her coral restoration project, they're going to be working on her next Slingshot Challenge project, which is going to be an expression of climate change through art. And I'm excited to see what that turns out to be. Thanks.
How impressive are these students? Wow, hey, I would like to come up with a way to save the coral reefs. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Well, thank you so much, both Sanaya and Anna. Next up, Prudence is gonna come up here. Prudence is gonna share more about the Summer Empowerment Camp. Give Prudence a round of applause. Hi, Prudence, you awesome with these papers. That's awesome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Prudence Pang. In 2024, I joined Seascope Inc. for a summer camp hosted by Girls Inc. There, I met new friends and received many opportunities I didn't know existed. I was taught about the importance of our marine ecosystems and how to scuba dive. After receiving my junior open water scuba diver certificate, I traveled to Florida Keys with other Seascope kids. There, we collaborated in numerous meaningful dives, including a marine debris removal with the Contra Public divers and getting to watch a coral restoration dive hosted by iCare. We also engaged in several marine classes, such as a fish identification lab with Reef. Thank you to Seascope Inc. and Dr. Brown for giving me and many other kids these wonderful opportunities, not only to learn about water safety, but also to embrace the love of ocean conservation.
All right, of course, that was story, right? So, interesting thing, Prudence and the cohort of Girls Inc. is in the Eco Warriors class, learning about the ocean, and one of the first questions I ask is, have any of you guys been to the ocean? She's like, yeah, I've been to Marine Lab. And I'm like, how have you been to Marine Lab already? That's what we do in the summer. So she goes to school, she went to a school called Sycamore, and they take their sophomore students to the Marine Lab. Is it all of them or just some of them?
If you sign up, then you can go.
All right, so Marine Lab Environmental Education Centers in Key Largo, Florida, they have staff that are all marine scientists with bachelor's and master's that really facilitate these classes. So they're really high level science education classes, but she had already been. Sycamore School reached out to me and said, we have these students that love this trip, but what's next? What do they do after? And because Marine Lab actually is not a scuba diving facility, now we have a way to get some of these students that are still interested in marine sciences fully into exploring the underwater world and continuing their training and education in ocean science. So glad Prudence is here with us.
I mean, at this rate, Allison, it just as soon as they're about to end their story, just run up here, okay? All right, awesome. Yes, Prudence, that story is so amazing. The initiative, right? The initiative that it takes for these students to say, hey, I see a problem and I want to be a part of the solution. Hey, I see an opportunity and I don't just want to sign up for this class, but I want to activate it in the world. My goodness, how inspiring. Up next, we have Zach and Darrell. Zach and Darrell are going to come up and share with us about the Summer International Youth Cultural Awareness Program. It looks like you're a photographer too, yeah? Okay, where are you, Zach or Darrell? Darrell, okay, look at this. Give it up for photography. And Darrell, I was asking him what was one of his favorite experiences. He was like, I don't know if I like Dominican Republic or South Africa better. Like, yeah. Yeah. And I was like, oh, wow, it's so tough. It's tough. You don't know which one we like better. This is so cool. All right, Zach Darrell, take it away. Tell us about the Summer International Youth Cultural Awareness Program.
I'm Zach, and this is Darrell. I don't know when we introduced. But I've been a member of Seascope since 2023.
I've been a member since 2022.
The original.
Okay, so I've been been a member since 2022 because we've been in Cisco for so long, like, it's been about a long time. It gave us boundless opportunities and opened doors, so many doors. With me, I was able to experience the youth project. I was able to experience the SMART project before. With the new project, with the new program that was done in South Africa. Down in Atlanta, I was able to dive inside the Georgia Aquarium with the shirt and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to do all those things, but with mentioning, since we're talking about South Africa, one of those doors that Jerome mentioned being open was the opportunity to come to Swan Bay, South Africa, in July of 2025. Despite long flights, and even a 12-hour later, and when we were just sitting at our gate, like 12 hours of practicing a presentation when we get there. But while we were there, we met kids from UWP, who were also there for the Youth International Cultural Learning Program. They're from South Africa as well. But like, as soon as we got to Swan, the vibe matched immediately. Like, it felt like I'd been friends with some of the kids there for years, even though I met them that day.
Well, with me, it was different. When I was raised out there, I was thinking, I'm not going to fit in. I met some of the white cat kids. I was thinking, I don't know, like, same with the Zoom kids, I was like, I'm not going to fit in, this is not me. But as the day progress continued to the other, to the other hours and stuff like that, I was comfortable, it felt like family, felt home. They had musical performance, we was able to experience, they had storytelling, I was able to play some drums. We also did a blog, my first time writing a blog, it was so sad, but it was good. And yeah, it was just a good experience, a good album.
Even though I was excited to dive because I've never been in the ocean, I noticed how important the cultural aspect was. And because of the cultural aspect, I was able to make some connections between my African American and Dominican side of the family, as well as the South African. And it was really wonderful to notice similarities and connections despite being geographically different.
We had many sessions over the course of our stay. Okay. We had many courses over. We had many courses there over our stay. One of them was a camera session, basically rule of third, composition, ISO, all that. And with running all camera techniques and stuff, we was able to go to the safari and capture some pictures of some zebras, lions, tigers. So it was a lot of animals, hippos, bisons, water buffaloes, all that.
Well, thanks to one of the people I knew in WP, the only reason I felt different was because I'm the next person there. And I'd like to thank everyone that made that possible.
I mean, it was so long. He said he doesn't want his stories. Maybe I'll share the rest. Oh, I can share. All right, so one phenomenal story is really a testimony. 2022, my first cohort of students that I took down to the Keys, and it's hilarious because I was calling every shop I could find to figure out who can get these young people certified as divers, especially coming out of Indiana. We work with a shop called Diver Supply India. And so there's this particular thing we can do, the agencies, they all have their own desire to kind of keep the students within their one training agency. And the shop here is Scuba School International, SSI. We have a caddy instructor, we have SDI instructor, After Blue Divers. He couldn't make today, his birthday was yesterday, so he's partying up with his family. I hope he's having a great time, Dick Case. But Concord Public Divers, the way I found them was I called some gentleman in Miami, tells me I would love to work with kids when they got PTSD. I didn't know if he was joking, but apparently he wasn't. He said, call Concord Public Divers. So I called Concord Public Divers, who's here today and always here supporting us. And they just had taken over that shop, Concord Public Divers. That weekend we went, I believe you guys had just opened that weekend, right? We were like some of the first customers. And so they did our checkouts for our students, but right after that weekend, he tells me I want an underwater photographer. I'm like, how did you decide so fast? Since 2022, you guys see he has his camera in his hand. Since 2022, God has just been opening up different opportunities for him to do photography. So when they're telling you they were in South Africa with an organization called Nature, Environment, and Wildlife Building. That wasn't me, I didn't create that opportunity. Like literally God just opened that door. And so he got to work with some cinematographers, underwater cinematographers, and some other photographers. And wildest thing, I'm telling these people in South Africa, I've been trying to find him a mentor. Underwater cinematographers are very busy. The first time he was in the water with one was in 2023 in March. A guy was from Los Angeles, travels all over the world, but he donated us a camera and housing, $15,000 worth of equipment. And it sat in my garage for 2 years until last week. The wildest thing, I'm telling the South Africans, the fellows there, I've been trying to find someone for him to train. They're like, go talk to Sharuk. Sharuk, I hope you're watching. Sharuk is coming to Indianapolis to visit her friend. From Africa? This young lady literally is from Alexandria, Egypt, and just moved here last month. For means that had nothing to do with us. It was just already in the works and plan. So he was in the water with her about a week and a half ago. They finally put that camera in the water with his housing, and now he has it here. Finally out of the housing because I could take it out of the housing. And then Zach literally just showed up. Mom saw us on the news. Erica, thank you. Erica's actually one of our board members. She decided to bring her son to try out something new and adventurous. He said, I like to travel, so I'll try it. He showed up March 23, and instantly I was like, oh, you don't need to be here, you know, so you can just go now. So we started out assessing swimmability and trying to build up the kids' swimmability so they could become a diver. Zach already knew because he had been on a swim team at Brownsburg. Yes, so Zach got fast-tracked. What that means, kind of like Lily, it's like, hey, can you just go ahead and take Lily and get certified? Zach was the first student to get fast-tracked. Now, what that means is he didn't go to Florida to dive. His first underwater experience was not in the beautiful ocean. It was in the what?
The quarry.
In the quarry, the cold quarry that I haven't even been in that water. So he did very well. He passed his class, obviously, because he's here now. And the other fun fact was, I've always dove in the Dominican Republic, and the shop that I use actually is the shop that planted that seed of why don't you teach. So I decided, let me take a cohort of students to the DR. Now, they're not the first, they're the second. But Zach's dad is Dominican. Shout out. Zach had not been to visit his Dominican family in the DR until we went. Mom had already planned a trip for the family to go. And I'm like, Mom, you might as well just scuba dive and knock out some underwater adventuring. And so it was pretty cool. His uncle met us at Cecil Beach, which is where we do some diving for that amazing underwater statue is. And was that the first time you met your uncle? Yeah, I just kind of sent Zach on his way with this guy he had never met on the rebate tours. And he met the rest of his family down there. That's awesome.
I think there's one common thread here: exploration, opportunity, and then that mentorship. That camera that he's holding, that camera is going to take him all around the world, right? In careers, in life, in relationships. I mean, for me, it was this microphone. And the first time I held a microphone, I was actually on the farm, and it wasn't even a real microphone. I think it was just a stick, where I knew that I was called to communicate. But I said, these horses are not giving me great reactions, so I need to go somewhere else. But I kid you not, do not despite small beginnings. Because these seeds that are planted, these explorations that are happening, will catapult these young leaders into greatly, greatly impactful ones. So one more time for Zach and Darrell. All right, and then the last student we're going to hear from, she's going to talk about Aquaforce. course. And being a scientific, she's not here. Okay, she's not here. All right. Well, up next is going to be our keynote speaker. She says she's not here. She is trained for Aquaforce. All right. I get the pleasure to introduce tonight's keynote speaker. Tonight's keynote speaker, Kramer Wimberly. He brings, round of applause for Kramer. Kramer brings more than 35 years of diving experience and over 5,700 log dives to his work as a master scuba diver trainer and founder of Dive Tours International. He has taught and led dives around the world, from the coast of Massachusetts to the Andaman Sea, with a lifelong mission to help people discover and protect the underwater world. Also, can we just take a second? When Zach said query, how many of you were like, I know what that is, but you were lying, you don't know what that is. Does anyone know what that is? No, yeah, me either, it's cool. Is that what is it? It's like a little dirty cold water?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, dirty cold water. Yeah, it's
That's not
dirty.
exactly what it is, but that's what it was.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. I just saw so many of these hands. Y'all do not know what that is. That's okay. Back to Kramer. Kramer is a dedicated community leader. He spent decades expanding access to diving and ocean education for inner city and underserved youth, working with organizations that are dedicated to both heritage and environmental stewardship. He works with the Boys and Girls Club of Newark and the National Association of Black Scuba Divers. His dedication to environmental stewardship is exemplified through his long-standing leadership roles with Diving with a Purpose, DWP, through the program he founded, CARES, Collective Approach to Restoring Our Ecosystem, and a program focused on reef science, restoration, and climate resilience. Outside of the water, Kramer is a 28-year veteran of the Newark, New Jersey Fire Department, serving as the Deputy Fire Director and holding leadership roles in rescue, hazardous materials, and investigations and community relations. He earned a Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice from Rutgers University and a Juris Doctorate from the Queen's School of Law, SCUNY, and is a graduate of the New Jersey Division of Criminal Justice Police Training Commission Academy. So don't play with it, whether it's fire or water or he is taking a cord. He's all those things. And Kramer Wimberly, through education, service, and leadership, he continues to bridge public safety, environmental stewardship, cultural heritage, and youth empowerment, both above and below the surface. Cisco 4th Annual Awards Banquet. Please give a warm welcome to tonight's keynote speaker, Kramer Wimberly.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
No. Everybody hear me?
No.
I don't have a problem with public speaking. I prepared a presentation for everyone this evening with material that I've gone over for years. Okay. We have had some technical difficulty this evening, so I can't view my presentation. I stand in front of you while it can play behind me and on my phone. I'm going to ask for a little bit of grace because I can't see the presentation other than glancing over my shoulder to look at photos. Right? But we're going to get through this, right? And I'm going to try to be brief, which is not something that I'm very good at. Yes. So, Olivia, where's she?
I'm not.
Yes, that's okay. Thank you very much for the introduction. I appreciate you. Thank you everyone for coming this evening. One of the first things you're supposed to do when you get up in front of an audience is to thank the people who are presenting, the people who introduced you, and the people who came to the event. So I've done that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. if you've listened to my bio, you know, I lived the majority of my life, right, in service to other people. It's the nature of who I am. This presentation is designed to tell you we're all stewards of the ocean. We're not doing a very good job at it. I am very passionate about the work that I do with adults, with youth, and with the ocean. Ocean's my home. It's important that you know a couple of things. I'm going to be teaching this evening. I'm going to try and make the presentation as simple as possible, which sometimes is challenging for me. I'm going to try and eliminate technical words, right, associated with coral species and invertebrate species and fish species. Just know that there is a host of life that exists in the ocean. What most people don't realize is that between 50 and 70% of all oxygen production on the planet happens in the ocean. Right? You ask the average person, where does oxygen come from? And people will say trees, and that's true. Trees and plants are responsible for about 25–30% of the oxygen production on the planet. The remainder, the vast majority of oxygen production on the planet, happens in the ocean. So every living being on the planet owes their life and their breaths to the ocean. That's one. Coral reefs represent, I'm used to moving around too, so you're gonna have to forgive me. Coral reefs represent less than 1% of the entire ocean body, all around the globe. 1%. Coral reefs are responsible, at least in the Caribbean and Florida, right, for about 6,000 species of fish and birds. The food that you eat, your crabs, your lobsters, your mussels, your fish, all of it comes from the ocean. The coral reefs, at 1% of the entire ocean body, if you can conceive of this, right, if you group all of the coral reefs together, right, it would represent maybe something about the size of the state of Colorado. That's it. Right? But in all of that area, like I said, your fish, your birds, your mollusks, right? All the things that you feed on. Coral reefs, like I said, that represent less than 1% of the ocean bottom, are responsible for protecting over 90,000 miles of coastline around the globe from the ravages of storm energy, right? Hurricanes. People who live in Florida know, right, what the devastating effects of hurricanes are. Like people who live in Jamaica that were ravaged by Hurricane Melissa. What happens, right, is when all of that storm energy comes towards land, it runs up against the coral reef. The coral reef diffuses over 90% of all of that storm energy. So that on land, we get less than 10%. And you all know the devastating effects of all of those, all that hurricane and storm energy has been. Recognize you're not getting the full brunt of it. The coral reef is, and it's saving us. The ocean is also responsible for absorbing all the carbon dioxide that we're pumping into the atmosphere. It feeds all of it. All of the global warming that's happening, the ocean absorbs all of that heat. So the ocean and the coral reef are extremely important to every living being on the planet. And I haven't even gotten into the presentation as well. We're on slide 3? Oh, see. Albert Einstein, medical decades ago, has said that the problems that we face will not be solved by the minds that created it. The problems that we face will not be solved by the minds that created it. In essence, what he was saying is, we have to look to the next generation, right? Because they're going to come up with the ideas to fix all of the damaging effects of things that we've done. Okay? I believe in that to my core, which is why I spend the remainder of my time on this planet working. Actually, I don't need to look at a slide to talk about pollution. We, as a human family, over the course of the last just 100 years, have been responsible, are responsible for dumping over 7 million tons, of plastics and debris in the ocean on an annual basis, year after year after year. We, as human beings, are responsible for pumping 3.6 million pounds of CO2 into the atmosphere every second of every day, which is not sustainable. The presentation, in simple terms, is trying to tell you that one, we have been horrible stewards of this planet.
Amen to that.
The ocean and the coral reefs provide us with our food. They provide us with our oxygen. They protect our coastlines. We are doing horrible things to the ocean and the coral reef. And eventually, she's going to stop protecting and providing for us. In simplicity, that's what this presentation is all about. Okay? We owe a duty of care to the ocean. We're not doing well. We need to do better. Where's the slide at? The slide number. Where's the solution already? Okay. So in my mind, I'm still on pollution. So on not just the plastics that we're dumping into the ocean, but the oil. We're drilling down into the ocean to extract oil deep into the ocean floor, and we don't know how to manage or control for that. So when we have an accident, all of that oil ends up spilling into the ocean and killing all of our marine life. If you get a chance, use your phones and Google Ring of Fire. Okay? About 5 years ago, we had that catastrophic oil spill in the Gulf. The ocean was literally on fire. So to be able to see it, you have to see it to be able to wrap your brain around water on fire. That's what we are doing. Okay. Okay. I developed a program called CARES, Collective Approach to Restoring Our Ecosystem. CARES stands on 4 pillars. The first being community education and outreach. We have to teach everyone about the importance of our coral reef ecosystem. How and why it's important to every person, whether or not they're close to or ever even seen an ocean. They need to know what it is that it provides and what it is that we're doing to it. So community outreach and education. We need to stop extracting. We need to stop dumping trash and debris in the ocean, which is why Ashley and her team do such a phenomenal job at our trash service. We go to remove plastics and garbage and debris from the ocean. So education, debris removal. Second leg. Third leg, right? We need to document the health of all our coral reefs so we know what condition that they're in right now, right? And what condition they're going to be in the future. So we have an accurate record of where we are. So education, getting garbage out of the ocean, documenting the health of the ocean, and the last step would be ocean healing. We need to do something to fix the ocean. So we work with our partners like iCare, right, and the Coral Restoration Foundation, Logan Marine Lab, that have and host coral nurseries so that we can outplant corals back out onto the reef to attempt to restore, shock the reef back into health. A collective approach to restoring our ecosystems. Where am I? I love working with. Thank you. I love working with children. Because Zach, Narelle, young lady I had in Barbados, Sanaya, right? They're just sponges, right? And they want to fix the problem. We have an opportunity to educate them about what it is that we've done, and then let them know what conditions the ocean's in, and then get from them the new ideas that they're going to generate in order to fix the problem. So our job is to feed them information and then get out of their way. Right? And that's what the CARES program is all about. Reaching into the community, grabbing the kids, educating them about all of the harmful things that we've done, and then unfortunately, it's your responsibility to fix it. So what can I do for the remainder of my life on this planet to make sure that I provided you with all of the information, all of the training that I have, feed it to you so that you can solve it. That's it-ish. Right? Alan, what else go? Solutions. Right? I am a resident of Florida. I escaped the cold of New Jersey. When I moved to Florida, I went to a restaurant. This is a brief story. I got a brief story. And the restaurant was nice, but they were using plastic straws. Called the manager over, said to the manager, listen, I like the restaurant, I like the food, I like the atmosphere, but I cannot in good conscience return to your restaurant if you are utilizing plastic straws, because those plastic straws are going to end up in my ocean. Okay? So you need to do something about it. It took about a year, and in that time, they stopped using plastic straws and went to bamboo. Right? So that was just from a conversation, one person communicating. So you don't have to do some big grand things. Each of us has an opportunity to do something about the plastics that are in our ocean. You can stop using plastic straws. I absolutely abhor single-use plastics. You go to a store and you have an apple wrapped up in a ball of plastic. Now that apple is going to be gone in a week. And that plastic, for generations, it will remain because we have no way of getting rid of it. We have garbage, so many garbage dumps inside of the US. Yes. We have so many garbage dumps inside of the US. Right, that we have been spent for the last 2 decades, we've been spending money and paying other countries to take our plastic. We're paying other countries to take our plastic. And now they're saying, we can't take any more of your plastic, it's too much. So countries are saying, we can't take any more plastic. The ocean is saying, we can't take any more plastic. We need to stop with all of the plastic. Now, there's no way that we're going to get rid of all the plastics from the ocean. There's no way we're going to get rid of all plastic use, but we can severely reduce. We can limit some of the stuff. We spend so much time removing plastics from the ocean in order to save marine life, to save ourselves. We are using trawlers with giant plastic nets to scoop up everything in the ocean. And once we're done with those plastic nets, we just discard them in the ocean. So we're using nets to grab and kill fish, and then we dump the plastics in the ocean to kill more fish. What we're doing is not sustainable. You can make a difference. Recyclable bags. Take a recyclable bags are made of plastic, but you can take recycled bags to go to the grocery store and you're not using all those individual bags. That's another thing that we can do.
So, recycle bags, yes. And what is the second thing? What is that second thing that we do?
For me, one of the big second things is we are pumping sunscreen into the ocean. Chemical-based sunscreens that are killing marine life. Spraying aerosols all over the place. When we can use reef-safe sunscreen, which is just a mineral called zinc oxide. Every person in this planet is using zinc oxide. As a baby, zinc oxide is just diaper rash cream. But 50% UVA, UVB protection. You can put it on cuts and scratches. It's healing. It's a healing mineral. It heals you. It can heal the ocean. Get rid of all of your garbage sunscreen. Use mineral-based stuff.
So use baby?
Diaper rash cream.
Diaper rash?
Zinc oxide.
Okay.
Mineral.
Give it up one more time for Spring. I feel like Springer is one of the most obvious examples of it's not just on him, it's in him. Right? It is really in him. This type of work, this type of concern is truly in him, and you will see more of that from him, from the organizations that he runs, that Seascope's gonna be able to partner with coming into this next year. Now it's time for awards, right? This is an award celebration. We are awarding organizations who help make this work possible every single month. And so I'm going to welcome Dr. Brown back onto the stage. Actually, right after I tell you about these, you see these in your papers. Kramer's excited about these. I want to tell you about these a little bit, okay? Reducing single-use plastics is one way that we can do our part. Kramer told us all about that. Many of you have been,
We're back in business. Yeah. And when the mic went out, I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I'm just always, I know all about these things. Reducing single-use plastics is one way that we can all do our part. Many of you have been given a reusable utensil set made of wheat straw. That's right, wheat straw is a waste product of wheat after harvesting, which is usually burned, but now it's being used to make sustainable products, and it's an alternative to using plastics. Unlike the production of plastic, wheat fiber does not require toxins during the manufacturing process, so it's healthier for both you and the planet. This utensil set is dishwasher safe and will last for up to a decade. Yeah, round of applause for that. A whole decade. I love that. It is dishwasher safe, it is. Also, the cool Seascope stickers on the tables can be put on your refillable water bottles so that you can decrease the use of plastic water bottles. So, no more plastic water bottles, no more single-use plastics. Let's do our part. That message was loud and clear from Kramer. All right? Up next, we're going to give some awards for the Discoverers Summer Empowerment Camp. This camp has evolved from a summer camp in July to various training and educational opportunities for youth participants because of the amazing partnerships and the amazing community partners that many of you are here in the room today. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize our discoverers who engaged in this past year's training opportunities, and I'd like to turn your attention to this short recap video. That was scary. That was scary. A little dancing, okay? Oh, all right. Oh. Awesome. Round of applause. For the a little bit of dance, a little bit of fun, but a lot of exploration. We saw the underwater research, the underwater experiments going on, and then of course, a lot of fun. So up next, we are going to present those awards for the Discover Summer Empowerment Camp. Dr. Brown, please join me up on stage to help call some of these students' names.
And thank you for retrieving the batteries. So we have a few awards before we get to the Discoveries Awards. I'm going to give some awards to our Eco Warriors and Surface to Sea students that are here. When I call your name, please come up. We have Lily from Girls Inc. Also, Casey Work and Cyrus Velasco, Elijah Anderson, and Aiden Nicholson from Boys and Men. All right, so these young people engaged in, Lily, you first, these young people engaged in water safety, also basic swim, and snorkeling. And as you guys have already met Lily, she was able to finish her open water certification. And these young boys to men are ready to get certified as well, so they're our next training cohort. All right, next, I would like for Desi to pass out the Eco Warriors Youth Council certificates. Desi played the hugest role in our entire fall programming. And thank you, Elijah. In our entire fall programming with the Eco Warriors Youth Council, arranging the meeting with the Indiana Black Legislative Caucus, as well as working very closely with Earth Charter Indiana. Desi is part of Indiana Conservation Voters, and she has a lot of amazing ideas for the kids to engage in social justice and environmental justice work, along with Ms. Paula Brooks over there, Future Environmental Council. Thank you. If you want to come up and pass out some of these awards as well, and JB, Valentine of the Indianapolis Foundation, if you'd like to come pass out some as well, you're welcome. They all play a huge role in educating our kids as well. So first we have Zachary Jimenez, Prudence, Payne, Anna Nelson, and Sanaya Withers. Thank you guys for participating this past fall semester in your Eco Warriors Youth Council and coming up with some great ideas to engage our community, get them involved in improving the conditions of our community and just spreading awareness about environmental concerns. Ocean Guardian Dive Club. So we also had a spring semester of Ocean Guardian Dive Club, part of the National Marine Sanctuary Foundation, which is part of the National Oceanic Atmosphere Administration. So they relaunched the Ocean Guardian Dive Club for anybody to participate in a school or dive facility. Seascope Inc. is actually an SDI, or Scuba Diving International Dive Training Facility. So these kids, before they gear up for the summer camp, they have to practice and work on some of their skills, and we do that in the pool while we educate them about the National Marine Sanctuary System. So we had several kids that were involved in our spring semester. In our fall semester, Captain Brian Fleck was one of the volunteers that assisted, along with Miss Kristen Belcredi, who is a table sponsor. Thank you. And they worked pretty intensely with the kids after school, just teaching them additional ocean science stuff. But I mean, Kristen, I remember you building like a shipwreck simulation with some fish hanging from the wreck so that they could simulate the fish identification done. But yes, not all the students are here, but the student that is here to receive a certificate is Sanaya Withers. Congratulations, Sanaya. We did have a pool picture being pretended things in coral in the pool. So I would go ahead and let her walk all the way back to the table because next we're about to announce our water wellness paddling participants. So again, we put the kids on the water, around the water, whatever way we can because they enjoy it for therapy, for whatever it is, and just be connected to the environment. I think it's very healthy for everyone to do, even if it's just a 5-minute walk. So we have a certificate for Sanaya Withers. I love that you guys had it together. And I hope that we can continue to do that when the water warms up. Right? And Anna, take your time. Smile. Okay, well, okay. I'll go ahead and that's okay. Because guess what? You got another certificate. For the waterway cleanup, Anna Nelson. So with Friends of White River and Pete's, Liberty Water Sports. Thank you. Thank you. Say it again.
Friends Palm Sports Library.
Thank you, because my brain at this time is starting to shut up, guys. Anna was one of the participants this year. Other students have participated in the past. Darrell, as well as Brian, who's not here. They've done some waterway cleanups. Russell and Jeremiah, they're not here tonight, but they did. I mean, it's hard work. And Anna and her dad, where did they go? Listen, I appreciate you guys because I know that was a lot of hard work. They find all kinds of stuff in the White River. Tell them what kind of things did you guys find?
We found 3 different peaches, and we also found like some IDs.
A whole couch.
Oh yeah, a whole couch. There was like someone tried to make a makeshift raft. There was like fuel canisters on it, and it was held up with flotation devices. There were some whole like city issue trash cans, and we just looked like we were all going to topple off because we were in little kayaks. So we had we were in canoes. So we were in canoes and we just had everything in the canoes. There was this one lady, she's the one who took the couch, and she was sitting in her canoe, and the couch was just all across of it. And we also found like a car seat, not like a little baby car seat, like an actual car seat for a car.
Yeah, so Captain Flood back there, I'm sure can tell you some other things that they found. Probably that we don't want to hear about, and I appreciate you for doing the water cleanup, and next year I'm going to participate. All right, so don't go too far, Anna. Because next, I'm giving out the awards for our newest certified student members, our new discoveries. So Anna and Prudence, I want you guys to come on up. I have a couple of things to do, not just your certificate, but the students that have been in this program for several years already know what's coming, right? So Anna, here's your cert. Prudence, here's your cert. Photographer, are you gonna be taking some pictures? You get a little closer, you got the fancy cameras and stuff like that. So we make cute little caricatures of the kids. And actually, I'll show the slideshow later. We'll just show your special gift. I'd like for you guys to hold this up so that everybody can see it. She said, oh my God. So I have this guy that I found, he actually lives in India. He does a great job on their caricatures. Show everybody your shirts. And on the backs, there's their name. This will be there. They don't know what field trip they're doing next, but this is their field trip shirt to, how did you know? Dang, to the Georgia Grand that I with the web stripes. All righty, so I will need to come up as I prepare these awards and recognize the rest of the participants that are in the room as well as our guests.
Absolutely. How exciting. Okay, field trips to the aquarium, not just to look at the fish, but to get in there with them. That is awesome. With supervision and certification only. No, please do not. Please do not. go to the zoo and be like, I went to Cisco, I'm getting in. No, that's not what I'm doing. All right, let's move on to our next awards. Students, your parents do a lot to make sure that you can come to these programs and take part in it. So students, can you please give your parents a round of applause? Students only. And I'd also like to recognize the C-Scope Incorporated team. C-Scope could not have been successful creating these positive impacts without its board members. Stand up, board members. Please rise, executive officers. Stand up, dedicated aquatics instructors. What about dive shop partners? Stand up, you want to recognize these dive shop partners and volunteers. C-Scope Incorporated team. I want to shout out the board members. Can board members just put your hand in the air? Board members in the back, up here in front. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your continued service. Round of applause to the board members. And the scuba dive shop partners. I mean, it's kind of hard to scuba or dive without the equipment, without the people, without the frameworks. And so we want to give a big shout out to Out of the Blue Divers of Dayton, Ohio. Are you in the building? No, you're not in the building, but round of applause for Out of the Blue Divers of Dayton, Ohio. And Diver Supply Indy. Round of applause for Diver Supply Indy. What about Concrete Public Divers?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What about Diving with a Purpose, who's reaching from Tennessee all the way to Africa? Shout out instructor Kramer Riverly. And Superior Dive Sousa of Dominican Republic. We also gave a quick shout out to the local organizational partners, Nyla Nova STEMversity. Indiana Conservation Voters. Harvard. Hoosier Environmental Council. Navy Parks and Recreation. Hoosier Documentary Girl Club. Grace County Schools and the Library Library. Libraries. Grace County Schools and Library. Community Library. Y'all are just going to be saying these words next week. It's like, do you know what an aquarium is? And now you do. Friends of the White River. Shout out to local organizers and partners. Boys to Men Incorporated, and Girls Inc. C-Scope could not have underwater sports without these partnerships. The passion that these individuals and organizations possess is shown in how they made sacrifices for C-Scope discovers. They pour their hearts into young people, and we cannot thank you enough for believing in our youth. Thank you for your continued sacrifices and support. Next up, I would like to extend our funders some gratitude from all at C-Scope. Thank you for believing in the work to do. TIF, ADMF, and Step In to Swim are the reason that we have been able to positively impact so many young people here in Indianapolis and right here in this Martindale-Brightwood community. Oh yes, the Indianapolis Foundation. We would like, C-Scope would like to present to you a gift. How awesome, was that a photo of everybody? Okay, all right, it's a secret, she's not telling me well. Here I am peeping. What is that? What's that? Okay, okay. All right, okay. So you want to do the final recognitions or? Yeah. Here, okay. And now it's time to wait, sorry. Okay. All right, and now it's time to recognize the students who showed the most dedication through their participation in 2025. These first three students were the top performers of the fall semester Eco Warriors Youth Council. I'd like to call these three students forward. Anna, Prudence, Zach, and a representative from the silver sponsors, Steampunk Oceans, Concrete Public Divers, and R. Browning Accounting. Listen to this. This is exciting. Here we go. Because you three were the most dedicated of the Fall Eco Warriors Youth Council, you each are receiving a scholarship of $2,250 for your summer empowerment training. Congratulations. Dedication helps make dreams come true. All right, thank you so much. You may sit down, but we are not quite done yet. At this time, we'd like to recognize the bronze sponsors and the recipients of the donations. I'd like to call these three students forward: Sanaya, Patience, and Durrell. These come up. And representative from Serena Designs, Diver Supply Indy, and the Indianapolis Foundation. Okay, come on up. Come on up. Yes. All right. Okay, switch. Sanaya, earlier we heard about your project, and everyone is going to be waiting in anticipation for that project with Earth Charter Indiana. And we understand it's going to involve arts. So Sanaya, you are receiving a $1,000 scholarship for your summer empowerment project from an artist by the name of Susan Barr at Serena Designs. Congratulations. And Durrell, Patience. You both have made not only a local impact by teaching youth life-saving skills in the pool, but you've also made a global impact by engaging in ocean conservation work in other parts of the world while training for your future dive careers. So what does that mean? There's a lot of pages here. Okay. Which that means, Durrell, you are receiving a $1,000 scholarship from the Indianapolis Foundation for your summer empowerment training as a dive professional in underwater cinematography. Congratulations. Patience is not here, but Patience will be receiving a $1,000 scholarship from Diver Supply Indy to continue her training as a scientific diver and dive professional. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations.
So you guys can have a seat. I'm very proud of all of you. I'm gonna operate the slideshow as I'm talking. I didn't quite figure this out. Sorry, guys. So we started in 2022, and of the students that are still participating from the class of 2022 is Durrell and Patience. So Patience couldn't make it tonight, but she just left Bon Air in, was it November? November, and did some training with Mr. Wimberly, as well as one of our other scuba instructor affiliates. She got her oxygen provider certification, so she's certified to, in an emergency, provide oxygen. And she also did a ocean cleanup as well. And she finished a class called Coral Watch, which is a certification kind of, not an official certification, but a training to be able to monitor coral in the ocean. Durrell, as you guys have met, also Patience was one of the students, I'm sorry, we went to South Korea. I took her to South Korea, you guys. This was with the United Nations Environment Program's 5th session on their global plastic pollution treaty, because Seascope is also part of the United Nations Environment Program. So she was able to sit as an observer and watch the delegates discuss this development of a treaty that's going to reduce plastic pollution globally. And they actually have session 5.3. We were at session 5. Clearly, they didn't finish the work because then there was a 5.2, now there's a 5.3 next month. But we really are praying that they figure out how not only are we going to reduce the plastic pollution problem, but they're discussing other ways to help clean up what's already been done. And to sit in some United Nations meeting to that extent, it wasn't all 190 something countries, but a lot of countries that have committed to developing this treaty and to listen and observe and see how much it's going to take for everybody to do their part really lets me know that at least spreading the awareness in our community to do what we can, which is reducing our single-use plastic, right? That's what we can do. Carpooling, recycling and clothes. My whole outfit actually is thrift because I realized I decided that why am I buying clothes? Because when you're buying resale clothes, you're reducing your carbon footprint by 70%. So there are a lot of things that we can do to do our part. And Darrell, as we discussed, his filmmaking and underwater photography and cinematography advanced training just continues. He just finished the Nat Geo's photo camp with Earth Charter Indiana. What was that, in October? Yes. And yes, he's just constantly being connected to different opportunities and experiences to put this camera in his hands for him to develop his skills. So he doesn't know this yet, but if you guys want to look up Mark Casey, he's an underwater cinematographer, camera operator out of Atlanta. He's done several films. He's been that underwater crew. And a lot of times people don't realize that there's engineers, construction workers, and all these other people behind the scenes are making films, but some films that you guys do know, Black Panther 2, some TV shows, Vampire Diaries in his early career. But if you look at just all the work that he's done, it's phenomenal. But Darrell will be doing a couple classes with Mark Casey and possibly going to Atlanta. He didn't know. He'll possibly go to Atlanta for his internship with him, as well as working with Sharon. And I didn't tell you this either, and going to, I think it's the African American Black Film Festival in Miami in May. So yeah, I have all these plans for the kids that I don't know about, but everything promoting skills. Let's see. Of the class of 2023, many of the students aren't here, but you guys met Zach, and he's, I hope he continues to do more scuba underwater scientific dives with us. He was in Barbados with Mr. Kramer as well on our first international trip. We plan to take several more. So however you want to utilize your summer training is up to you. And there's several trips planned. We have some in Panama. Is that correct? Honduras, which is a location that we've been discussing sending on as long as your mother's okay with it. And your brother as well. Panama, Honduras, the Keys, of course, for Trash Derby, and Barbados, yes, and I'm a fan of Barbados. Any other 2023 students? All right. And yes, Sanaya, 2023, why are you hiding in the back, Sanaya? Why are you hiding? You guys take a walk up here. Sanaya, class of 2023, like we said, we're looking forward to the Slingshot Challenge project. And then the class of 2024 discoverers, Kenneth, oh man, he's needed. I didn't realize he wasn't here. Kenny, wow, that's all I have to say about Kenny. Kenny has done so much since he joined. He actually came on with our partnership with the Re-Engagement Center of the Boys and Girls Club. He came because he said when he was young, he wanted to be a marine biologist. Thought the opportunity was over for him. And when he heard about Seascope, it just really piqued his interest. Him, alongside 4 other students, learned water safety basics. When I'll never forget Kenny learning how to tread water. And I was praying for him while he was doing his lifeguard certification because I didn't know if he was going to hit that, what was it, 10 minutes? But he did. So Darrell, Kenny, as well as a couple of the other students and patients, they're all certified lifeguards as well. And they've worked as contractors for Seascope to guard during our water safety festival. Kenny not only became a lifeguard just on a temporary basis with me when we have something available, but we got him connected with the Boys and Girls Club to have a full-time job as a lifeguard at Louisville Boys and Girls Club, which is one of our primary locations, one of our major partners. They have a pool in that location, right around the corner, 30 the Keystone. So our home base is this neighborhood where I go right with. But Kenny went on then, because I was in South Korea, I could not go to DEMA, and I hadn't even been to DEMA, which is the largest dive equipment show for dive professionals in the world. And so I sent Kitty to sit on the panel for the National Oceanic Atmospheric Admin, discussing the Ocean Dark Guardian Dive Club, because he was guarding for us. Every time we were in the pool, he pretty much knew everything that we were doing with the kids, how Kristen was simulating those underwater shipwrecks. And he had to speak about what Seascope is and the why, and how we were developing these kids. Kenny then decided, and I didn't know, because again, he's guarding for us. He watched in the summer one of our swim instructors training up a group of young girls, about 6, 7, and 8, affiliated with the Girl Scouts troop that was associated with Pivot, with the Finish Line Boys and Girls Club. He watched her and talked to her and told her he wants to be a swim instructor. So Kenny formed his own business called Splash with Kenny. So Kenny has done quite a lot. And I wish he was here so we could really celebrate him. I hopefully you'll watch this later, but yeah, Kenny is still on the move now as of recent, you didn't know this. He's a lifeguard at Florida Central High School. Yeah, so we've been putting, and Captain Flood. Did he leave already? He did. Not gonna spoil the surprise, you guys will just have to follow us. Yeah, I'll spoil it a little bit, and Kenny's thinking about the fire department, but we'll see. Jason's not here. He was our first fishing intern. He's one of our originals of the class of 2022, but he didn't get certified until 24. But Jason has always been interested in fish and insects. I can't do anything about bugs, but what I can do is connect you with someone that loves fish. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Dirty Dozen Hunting and Fishing. It's right around the corner, I think 25th and Keystone. Mr. Joe King, he's about 90 years old, he's had that business. The people in this area have known him for a very long time, but he trained up Jason this summer so that he can learn how to actually be an instructor. And I hope Jason continues to pursue that. He's not here tonight, but Jason, we celebrate you as well. And Zyron, this cute face, I'm sure you guys remember him from the video. Zyron's aunt found me at an Indianapolis Foundation training on logic models, okay? So when I first started nonprofit business, I had no idea what we were doing. And thankfully, our funders who took us in, literally, when I say took us in, they had several classes and still have classes for us to engage and to learn. And I met Zyron's aunt there, and she was a consultant just training on the logic models. And she said, "What does your organization do?" Wait a minute, I have a nephew. Oh my God, you need to talk to him now. Zyron was about to graduate actually from high school. Didn't desire to go to college, didn't know what he was going to do, and always wanted to be a marine biologist from the time he saw some anime character like 3 years prior. Zyron was almost fast tracked too. It was kind of like, I got to quickly teach you how to float and snorkel so that you can get certified. So that was February, I met him. And by March, he was getting certified. And Zyron's been taking several trips. He's been on several international trips with Mr. Kramer Wimberly and Kristen as well. Panama, Zyron went to Panama with you guys and was at Trash Derby in the Keys as well. So Zyron still desires to be a marine biologist or an ocean scientist, and he can be a citizen scientific research diver. That's what we're showing these kids. They don't necessarily have to go to the traditional college pathway, but they can develop the education and skills to actually work in the field. And Joshua, I hope you watch this later. Joshua got in trouble, that's why Joshua's not here. I'm just gonna spill all the tea. We absolutely were thankful to get Joshua from Boys to Men because he was that child that the very first day we met him, he said, I want to be a marine biologist. And I tell you, he has a lot of knowledge of marine sciences that when he was in summer camp at Marine Lab, he practically couldn't taught probably half of the classes, literally. He did not get certified as an open water diver the first go around, but he became a supervised diver. And I think Miss Ashley had them look at them. Kyle, did you have him in the, I know you had Zyron and you had Jules, you didn't have Josh, okay. Miss Ashley had Josh, but it was, we didn't know if he was gonna get certified. He finally did get certified actually this past March, and we're very proud of him. And not only that, he was able to go to Curacao with Tennessee Aquatics Project with the founder of Diving with a Purpose and got certified actually as a coral restoration Curacao diver. So he has an actual card and an actual certification that says that he is certified to do coral restoration, not land. So Joshua, we still celebrate you. I hope that you get your behavior together as we come back to Cisco. And then, again, Anna and Prudence, very proud of you two young ladies being the newest underwater explorers and certified divers.
All right, as we wrap up, we're about to land the plane. We want to recognize our volunteers. Our volunteers, are they coming up? Okay, our volunteers go. Okay, just please stand up to be recognized as we celebrate you. Our volunteers, Captain Ryan Fleck. Round of applause. Houston, Desi, Rebecca Robinson, Kelly Abella Cleveland, Cassie and Jason. We're also in Florida. Shout out to the volunteers. And now, the volunteer of the year. This one, we're gonna have you come up here. The volunteer of the year for Cisco Incorporated is Steven. All of that. Congratulations, Steven.
For your next trash cleanup.
For your next trash cleanup. That's only acceptable to say here. This is the trash. Good job. Thank you, Steven. And now, the parent of the year. Parents, thank you for being taxis, non-compensated Ubers. Our Cisco parent of the year is Roxy Pepper.
Roxy's been here with us since 2022. She told everybody that she's Nana Pepper. Her Facebook page is Nana Pepper, find her Nana. She became everybody's Nana, literally, in Cisco, literally. And when I say, Nana, I love you, I really do, and I'm gonna start crying. But when I say I knew that she was something special, because we're in open water dive training, about to put you on the spot. We're not supposed to be recording the classes, they're training. I told this lady, who I'm respecting because she's my elder, excuse me, ma'am, you cannot record this child in class because it's against the rules. She said, okay. I look over 5 minutes later, she's still recording. I look over 10 minutes later, ma'am, you cannot record this child. Now, she didn't listen to me, kept recording, and Nana does what she wants to do, but she has always supported Cisco, she's always supported me, and to be honest, Nana, I still want my wedding video. She records everything, but I'm still waiting for my wedding video. 3 years ago, where's my wedding video? So, if you guys are wondering what I've been giving the kids, they've been asking for a towel for a while. And we travel light. When I say light, we're on a Legion, the budget airline. I tell these babies, you can only bring a bag that goes under the seat, a backpack. But bring a towel. So this rolls up, it's small. Then they give a towel to you because guess what? Next time we go to the beach, we're gonna chaperone. And we've been trying to get Hannah to get in the water for a long time. She's gonna get in this water. Everybody, she's gonna get in this water.
Congratulations to Roxy Pepper. We all need a Nana in our life. We all need a Nana in our life. That's amazing. Dr. Brown, you have a couple of words to share with all of us as we almost wrap up tonight.
All right, so this is the part I'm probably gonna cry. I wasn't expecting to cry, actually, it's sweet. So, some of you guys know already from some emails and social media posts that I actually stepped down from my CEO position. And everyone's like, wait a minute, but you're the founder, you're CEO, how is Cisco going to continue? Well, we are going to continue. I'm thankful to have got Sydney, I believe, the right team for me at this time to step back. Just for some self-care. Mr. Kramer Wimberly, who you guys have all met, is actually our new executive director. And I don't know how you knew, but I believe that you sent the right person to help lead our board so that we can be sustainable, so that we can have a program that continues to grow, recruit more kids, and not just make a local impact, but really globally make some major changes. And I'm really, really confident. Kendra, where are you? Kendra, please stand up. Now Kendra will make me cry. Kendra has been rocking with us since 2022, the very first grant that we received from the Indianapolis Foundation. And when I say I trust her, somebody literally told me, the way I met Kendra, she said, because I said I need a finance grant manager and treasurer, they said, contact Kendra because there's nobody else I've ever trusted with my money. But Kendra has been a friend. Kendra crunches numbers in the middle of the night when we need to turn in those board reports. And Kendra actually has been our treasurer, but Kendra was not on our board, so she's now one of our board members. I would like the board members to please stand up. And I know that I did, and in politics, this is to you guys too, but the board please stand up so that everyone knows that you guys, I know I'm putting a lot on you guys' shoulders. I trust you guys, and I love you guys for stepping up so that I can take care of my health. I really, really do appreciate you guys.
Can we give it up for the founder and now outgoing CEO, Dr. Allison Brown? What's really indicative of leadership is if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And that's exactly what she's built here. And so with support, with continued community support, this organization will continue to go impact more lives, make more marine biologists, make more ocean cleanup people, divers people, make more of us be able to dive in queries and be safe around the water. So Dr. Allison Brown, thank you. We know you're not going anywhere too far though. Like really, okay, with all these stories, she's gonna be like, wait a second. As we wrap up here, ladies and gentlemen, to close out the 4th annual Achievement and Award Celebration, Prudence of Girls Inc., one of the newest Discover Scuba Divers, is going to read us a poem that was written by dive instructor Ms. Lauren J. of Conch Republic Divers. Prudence, would you please join me up here? This will be the last poem, and then you all are dismissed. Now, there's still desserts back there on that table. There are desserts, and unfortunately, I've been fasting faithfully for 15 days, and that pecan pie got me. It did, so we will start again tomorrow. Praise God. Here we go. Prudence.
Thank you, Old National, for sponsoring us. Diving into dreams beneath the ocean's gleam, Seascope's the place where young hearts find esteem. Teaching kids to scuba, unlocking hidden sights, empowering futures, reaching new heights. Seascope, where dreams take flight, guiding young adventurers through depths of delight. Beneath the waves we discover and explore, Seascope's the place where young hearts soar. From coral reefs to shipwrecks, a world unknown, Seascope's teachers nurtured skills we've sown. With every breath we learn, we grow, unlocking wonders only the ocean can bestow. Bubbles rising, spirits lift high, kids empowered, reaching for the sky. Seascope's mission, a guiding light, transforming futures, shining so bright. So join us on this journey. Let's dive in as one. Seascope's the place where young dreams are spun. Together we'll create a world of hope and wheat. Seascope, where young hearts find their seat. Thank you.
Thank you for attending the 4th annual Seascope Inc.'s Achievement Awards. Go out, continue to explore, and we will see you very soon. Continue making waves. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Dr. Cornell. Awesome.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Taking care of I stayed down.
Even without, it's scary. Honor and have life. Good, how are you doing? I was, data center, yeah, you saw me at the data center. Yeah. How did the, zoning or shift the zoning? That was the applicant. Yeah. Was there a hearing? Yeah, the hearing.
Yeah, all right. Take care. I'm sorry. She, because normally the hearing. Sorry. Does not agree, but, have a stand So we got another month to really right.
They haven't changed the zoning, they haven't changed
So the next
All the way up, not the straight side. Did you get it across? You didn't even know that relationship. That's your dad, buddy, right? Oh my God, it's so good. I'm so glad you're here.
Oh. I'm gonna end this right now. End this right now. Okay.